Hey guys, it's Sarafina. I know I've been MIA for a while, but I was just enjoying the beautiful weather and I realized how close summer is, which means we have to get our beach bodies on. And I remembered that about a month ago I filmed my whole process of cooking. I tried meal prepping and I did meal prep for a week, and there's so many perks to meal prepping, including saving money, just saving time. And in my family, we just happen to stock up on a bunch of like frozen vegetables and different types of grains and rices. And during the day, especially my schedule since I've been home from school is just really crazy. So I don't have time to utilize all the healthy food that's in the house. So I decided, let me give meal prepping a try. So I'm sorry that I can't give you like a price that I spent on all the food, because I really just utilized what was in, my freezer, in my fridge, or like the grains we leave in the cabinet that no one ever cooks. But overall, I will say that the first 4 days I felt so good. I was never rushing. I always had time to eat. I didn't even have to think about it. So I was actually less hungry. I think more time goes into making the food, and then you're like picking while you make the food because you're so hungry, preparing the meal. Honestly, the best way that I could put it, it's like making a cake. You make the batter, you end up eating so much of the batter, you're nauseous by the time the cake is baked. So I definitely enjoyed it. The last 2 days of meal prep, I kind of fell off. So my overall take of meal prepping is that it's definitely worth it, and I think I'm gonna give it another try. But I think instead of doing like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe I'll just do like lunches, or maybe just like dinners, because that's like the meal that's most important to me during the day. It's like my heftiest meal. Breakfast is simple because I kind of just eat oatmeal or like cereal in the morning, maybe eggs, but you can't really prep that unless you're doing hard-boiled eggs. I'm going to stop rambling, and let's just get into what I cooked. I hope it's helpful. It's a lot of vegetables. I did some meat. This will be helpful to vegetarians, maybe vegans. I did try to use things that are suitable for vegans. And then meat eaters too. You could always add more meat to your meals, but I hope you enjoy it. All right, peeps, once again, we can just like run through the perks of meal prepping. Of course, you save money and your grocery shopping becomes quicker. You learn portion control. It's going to help you maintain weight or even lose it. I wasn't looking to lose it, but if you just so happen to be trying to lose weight, this will help. You save time. You won't waste food. You won't overportion. It's going to reduce stress, and you can add variety to your meals. So as you could see, I've already started up on my breakfast and snacks. I have labeled a lot of what I eat, but I really do enjoy oatmeal in the morning. I was drinking kombucha 3 to 5 days of the week, which just makes me feel good in the morning. It has a little bit of caffeine in it, and it gets your metabolism going. If you don't know what kombucha is, I've added a link that will tell you a little bit more about it. But here's just breakfast and snack. They go hand in hand. It's a lot of fruit. It's a lot of yogurt, I actually did coconut milk yogurt. Ezekiel bread, which I tried for the first time. It's really hearty and grainy. It's so good. Give it a try. And here's lunch and dinner, which is more important, the 10 meals. A lot of it, or throughout all the meals, I use olive oil. You could try coconut oil. The only problem I have with it is that it burns a little bit quickly. But olive oil is a great source of fat, so the good kind of fat. So definitely try out olive oil if you like use vegetable oil or some other oil. It's a lot of like vegetable burgers that I used, and vegetables. Here's tuna that I used. You can use chicken tuna. I used actual tuna. And I just put carrots and tomatoes in it. Nothing too crazy. This is all really quick and easy. All of it together took me about an hour. So I did a tuna salad. Then I also would season them differently, or change the flavors within them. So you could see I did vinegar in one of them and pesto in the other, which was good because it makes you feel like you're not eating the same thing, even though you are making one meal and getting 2 uses out of it. So next I've grabbed some leafy greens. We got a spring mix and arugula, and I'm adding these to the salad. And I'm going to utilize these throughout my meals with salads, or next you're going to see that I'm going to make a wrap. So the vegetables and the veggie burgers have been making progress while I made this. So now I'm going to take the veggie burger and the vegetables. We have a whole grain wrap. And I'm not gonna put it together now. You don't want anything to get soggy, but this really awesome container, I wish I knew where I got it to tell you guys, but we've had it for so long. It separates like your wet foods and your dry foods. So I add a nice corn like chili mix to, add a new flavor. And now we have a wrap ready to go. Next, I'm gonna make quinoa. I love quinoa. It's like a little bit funny how you make it because it's such a hard grain. You wouldn't think that it gets soft, but you just boil it and it'll soak up all the water. I have some potatoes and onions going, switching up the vegetables, and here's meal 4. I just used that other veggie burger and put these all together. Now I'm gonna make some vegan chili, which was so good. I think this will definitely be made again. Maybe I'll make it for dinner tonight. I used the quinoa, I took some diced tomatoes, we got beans in there. You can use black beans, those are just the ones I had. And then also chickpeas. And you wouldn't think that just these things together would be so good, but they really are. So I'm gonna make some cauliflowered rice, which is a great rice alternative. The consistency is so close to rice, but it's just cauliflower, so it's less carbs. I'm making some bok choy. Bok choy, I can't even describe the flavor. It's kind of like a spinach, but if you haven't tried bok choy, give it a go. It's so good, and it has a nice crunch. I love it. So here you could see I'm making another salad, getting some nuts in there, using the vegetables. As you could tell, it's really just a lot of making the same things and flavoring them differently. All right, here we get a little bit fancy. We have some asparagus and sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, another great source of fat. And we're gonna pop those in the oven. I made some salmon, threw it right in there with the veggies, get a little oil on there so it stays tender. Seasoning salt, and you could put whatever flavors you want on it. You could see that I'm using quite a few flavors. And I continue on with the seasoning because I like seasoned food. But notice that in all these meals, I'm really not putting too much salt because these things have such great flavors. You should really just try to appreciate them for what they are and try to eliminate some of the salt because salt can be really bloating. So you could see that these guys are ready to go. And here is another meal. So I skipped the part where I cooked this, but I actually get this pre-bought, the zucchini noodles from Trader Joe's. You could get zucchini and, shred it down yourself. And I just put it with a little bit of water and put it right in the microwave. All right, guys. Well, that was my meal prepping experience. I definitely felt great. I think I'm going to give it another go. The summertime is a little bit easier to manage your meals, but this is like, for students, this is like finals time. If you have an apartment at school, like you're definitely able to do this. And even if you don't, maybe your school has a kitchen where you can prepare some sort of things and put them away, maybe like one meal a day. Or if you live at home like I am right now, you definitely have plenty of time. Just take about an hour and a half on a Sunday when you have the time, make your meals, and it'll save you so many hours during the week. I hope this was helpful. I'm no health expert, so what I cooked is just my preference, what I like. You could do spins on it or just get inspired by it, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tune in soon for more makeup looks. I'm going to get back on that, and enjoy this beautiful weekend. Bye, guys.